This is our second iteration of me interviewing you.
Correct.
Or I was always interested. Now, initially you were introduced as a DJ,
right?
But now you're different. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know if you're what you think you are. Are you a DJ? Are you an influencer? Are you an interviewer? What are you? Like what? Because we can hyphenate you all we want, but what do you see yourself at?
I mean, I'm a former DJ. I haven't DJ'd in like 15 years.
It doesn't say former DJ Vlad. It says DJ Vlad. So what are you? What are you?
I mean, when I first started doing VladTV, I was still DJing, and I DJ'd for years and years. I'd won Mixtape of the Year awards. I DJ'd all around the world. I've done Australia, Asia, Europe, Middle East, and so forth. The Tupac Rap Phenomenon mixtape, I just was one Mixtape of the Year. I did that with Dirty Harry, Green Lantern. I did the Rock Phenomenon mashup tape with DJ Rock Raider, rest in peace, from the Executioners. That one mashup of the year. So I have the trophies and everything for that. So I was really fully into the DJ thing. But then in 2008, I shifted into interviewing. So the name still stuck, but I'm really Interviewer Vlad. If you want to be specific.
Call yourself Interviewer Vlad?
No, I just call myself Vlad, but I'm technically an interviewer.
What do you think it is that you do? Because there are a lot of people who are DJs. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people who have podcasts. There are a lot of people who get, people on in interviews. What is it you've been able to do? Because you clearly have carved out a lane that's very unusual, given, where you came from. So what do you think it is that you bring that makes that possible?
Well, I think I was first on the scene on YouTube. So when YouTube first launched in 2008, I saw the potential instantly. So I threw everything I had into it. I stopped DJing, I stopped doing mixtapes, I stopped hustling on the side and so forth. And I just threw everything into the interviews on the YouTube platform. And I kind of stuck with it the whole time. I'm the only person that's from that era still around that's significantly doing numbers. But I think outside of that, I kind of approached interviewing in a 60 minutes type of fashion, where I felt like in hip hop, it was all just softball questions. It was promo. People dropping albums, so they would go do radio in New York and Miami and LA and whatever else. And a radio format is not long form. It's just snippets between the songs. So no one really got deep into the interview process. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be the 60 minutes of hip hop. I wanted to dig and ask the hard questions, talk about the uncomfortable stuff, get into people's life stories, get into a lot of the stuff they talk about in the music, and actually talk about it, which no one was really doing. These days, it's commonplace. Like what I do, I feel like a lot of people do. But I feel like at the time in the hip hop space, not generally in interviewing, but in the hip hop space, I was the first person to take that kind of approach, which is why people started calling me the police and the feds and that type of thing.
But that has happened. And people could call you culture vulture, people can call you police, the feds.
Yeah.
Yet, you still find a way to have interviews that are resonant. Mm-hmm. You still have relationships that are resonant.
Yeah.
That takes what? Why does that still, what intangible do you have that makes, because any one of those allegations leveled at anybody is a death knell. It can kill careers. It hasn't at all. It's almost like you're Teflon. So why is it that exists?
I think I have a deep competitiveness spirit when it comes to what we do. Like, I am looking to get the biggest interview and ask the toughest questions and have it get the most views. Like, Tekashi 6ix9ine's done a bunch of interviews, but when I sat down with Tekashi, it's the biggest thing right now. It's at like 7 million views combined. It's the biggest thing. I think everyone in hip hop is sort of tuning in and watching it as it's dropping every day. Even though there's another interview that he just did recently that's running also that no one's really paying attention to. I think what I do is no different than what you do on stage. When it's time, to perform, I go all out. And outside of the interviews, I'm constantly trying to get the biggest interviews, the biggest guests. I just interviewed Elon Musk's dad again. Mm-hmm. When the allegations came out about the underage abuse and so forth, the first thing I did was hit him up and said, "Do you want to talk about it?" He said, "Yeah, I want to talk about it." Next thing you know, I'm doing a South Africa interview remotely, but still doing an interview with the world's richest man's father.
Right.
And I really just try to compete. I try to.
Anybody who
I try to
knows you,
function.
I think. But I've seen. Actually, I'm on both ends of this. I've seen this different. I think that whether people like you, dislike you, trust you, or like you, or one thing there has to be is a certain level of trust. What do you think people can trust you to do?
I think that you've never really seen me do things like record phone calls without people's permission or put out footage that people didn't want out. I think that if you sit down with me, whatever I tell you is going to happen is actually going to happen. You know, so if we have an appearance fee set up, you will get paid. You've never heard of anyone suing me, right? Over money that's owed to them. Oh, Vlad promised me this and he never paid me. That's never happened. You see this in other, you know, in the music industry. Oh, the label owes me this and this manager took this or whatever else. You've never heard that with VladTV. So there's that. So you know that the business is going to be good. And you've never seen me do anything underhanded. Like there's never been anyone that said, Vlad recorded my phone call and put it out without me knowing. No one's ever been on a hot mic and gone outside and that footage has ended up on VladTV, even though there's been hot mic situations sometimes. And I've always been like, no, turn that shit off. Or just, trash it. We're not going to put it out. So, and if a person sits down with me and says, listen, I don't want to talk about A, B, and C, I will respect that. And when I do other platforms, I'll say the same thing and they'll respect that as well.
Right.